are amazing because our passion is limitless and our drive is intense. Therefore, you will not deny your grind. You are now watching the Faith Grind Inspire podcast with your host, Dr. G.
Scorpios, man.
You're Scorpio too, right?
Of course, November 10th.
November 8th.
Yeah, November 10th, man. I was going to come to your birthday party, because it was my day.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I ended up going to the office.
You did?
Yeah.
I was done.
Yeah.
I was smacked.
It's all good. But, all right, cool. You ready?
Yeah, let's go. Let's
right.
go.
Welcome back to another episode of Faith Grind Inspire podcast. I am your host, Gene Alert. And today, I have one of my Scorpio brothers, November 8th. Like, I know people say, man, Gene with these Scorpios. But, man, we have such a great energy and we attract each other. But this man is a father. He's a husband. He's an entrepreneur. He's a networker. Like, he knows how to build a brand. He's been building himself, like, in the real estate business. He figured out how to merge entertainment and real estate together. My man Curtis. What's going on, brother?
How you doing, G?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here at this, your new business, man.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you, man. How you like the studio?
It's official.
It's official?
It's official. This is official.
Yeah.
One of the best ones I've been in so far.
That's what's up, man. Thank you. Yeah, the relationship with the OG Podcast Network, man, has been amazing. Our producer Tim and Jamie, shout out to them.
Mm-hmm.
They really hooked us up.
This is nice. I like it.
Thank you. So, all right. So let's talk about you, right? This podcast is all about the mindset of entrepreneurs, right? So today we're not going to ask you what the square footage is of real estate apartments and rental. All right. We're not asking you that stuff.
I was prepared, but all right.
Yeah, no.
I have a little cheat sheet.
Yeah, no, we're not asking you any of those questions, man. I don't care about rental prices and sale prices. That's not what I'm talking about.
All right.
Because this is more about, because everyone's always posting their wins, right? And I want to talk about the process. Like, how did you start? How did you, we're going to talk about all this. How did you start? How do you manage having a wife and kid and being in real estate and networking and, the grind that that you're grinding for your family, but sometimes your wife and kids don't care about the grind. They want you home. You know what I mean? Like, how do you balance that? How do you build a team? How do you do real estate full time? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did you build being a man of color? How did you do it in Manhattan? You know what I'm saying? Like, so these are some of the questions is how we're going to break down, man. Right, so this episode is going to be fun because I know you and because I feel like me and you are like the same. We're born 2 days apart. So I know these answers are going to be transparent. That's why I'm warning the listeners, like, yo, get ready.
Get ready. Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of passion in this interview. Yeah, so, all right, go ahead, Curtis. Where are you from?
Well, nationality or well, my mother's from Venezuela. Okay, Venezuela. And my father's from Trinidad.
Oh, nice, man. You got a nice mix right there.
Yeah,
so you speak Spanish?
Yep.
Fluent.
Wow,
that's what's up, man.
Yeah. So I used to work at a bank that helped me speak Spanish fluently. It's called Ponce de Leon in the Bronx.
In the Bronx.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, so
they still around?
Yeah. I actually seen a bank downtown Brooklyn on Smith Street. And I know when I was little, I used to go to Venezuela every year in the summertime. So that also helped me catch the language. So that actually helped me in real estate. So that's one of the tricks. That helped me get in the door in real estate.
What? Going to Venezuela?
No, learning the language.
Oh, learning Spanish.
Yeah, because Spanish is a secondary language in the U.S. So that helped me get in the door with real estate. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Because I started part-time.
Okay. So you were working where?
So I was working for the city.
Okay.
I was doing HRA work.
Okay.
But then I was doing parties first.
Okay.
So that helped me build the entrepreneur side. Learning how to manage people, organize your time and, just dealing with talent. Then I got into the real estate game.
Wait. We got to go back.
Okay, go back.
So the gentleman that I interviewed last week, right? Yeah. That was my mentor with promotions and a party promotion. Will.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so with Will, he said he started out working at a bank and he got fired and that's how he got into promotions, right?
Oh wow.
I started working at a bank. I didn't get fired, but I was doing parties. I just stumbled into it. So
Same
now,
thing.
how did you were
How'd that
working?
stum-
Yeah, you were working, and how did you stumble into parties and promotions?
So first thing first, I was very antisocial.
You were.
Yeah, very
Okay.
antisocial. So I never partied.
Uh-huh.
So after college, I worked at a bank first in Long Island. Then I went to Ponce de Leon Bank.
Where'd
in
you
the
go to
Bronx.
college?
NYT.
Okay.
Long Island.
In Long Island, Dix
Yeah.
Hills, Melville,
Hicksville.
Hicksville. Okay, that campus. Okay.
Yeah. So business management. I did 1 year my MBA. I quit. I couldn't do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So then went into banking, and then a couple of my friends, everybody, I was playing basketball.
Okay.
So then a couple of my friends, they were still playing basketball. They were playing overseas, and then we started partying. So they said, "Hey, Curtis, come out, come party with us." So I said, "Okay, no problem. Never partied before." So then, we was doing the bottle thing and the sparkles and having fun, and then that's when MySpace was out,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So, we was having fun, taking pictures, posting it on MySpace. So it became a social thing. So then what I noticed is that a lot of people started gravitating to me everywhere. Every party I went to, people started, I posted where I was going first.
Mm-hmm.
Then people would go meet me there. And then it just became a social event. So then I was just like, you know what? And then I was partying with one of my boys, and then he was like, "Hey, listen, let's do a party now. Like, we bring out a good 20, 30 people. Let's just focus. Let's pick a date, and let's just let us focus on just one date, and get a DJ, and let's make some money.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try it.
Let's try it.
So we did it. We spoke about it. We booked a couple local DJs in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
East Savoy Lounge was you ever heard of East Savoy Lounge on Flatbush between Quentin Avenue R? So
I didn't party in Brooklyn for years.
for years. Okay. So we ain't gonna get into it.
I'm a
So
Long Island boy.
you're Long Island.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
What part?
Dix Hills, Deer Park.
Okay.
Yep.
So we threw our first party, and we had about 120, 130 people.
Mm-hmm.
And we made after profit, we made like $2,500. So we was like, okay, cool, tax-free money. All right.
One night.
I was like, all right, this is cool. So then after that, we went to the city after that, and then ever since then, it just everything was just a snowball effect. It just took off. Yeah.
Wow.
And we was at the first party I did in the city was at Susie Wong's.
Oh my goodness, Susie Wong.
Susie Wong. Everybody knows Susie Wong's on Fridays.
Yeah, you ever heard of Mars 2112?
Of course.
Yo, me and my boys used to throw big parties there on Saturday.
That used to be that was a big club, man.
Yeah, man.
That was before bottle service.
Yes, before bottle service.
That was no ladies before, so everybody paid to get it.
Everybody paid. We didn't care.
There was no ladies.
No,
yeah.
no ladies were getting for free. What?
Nope.
We didn't care.
No, it was no such thing as ladies for free. Everybody paid.
Everybody paid $20. You need tickets too.
Yep. I remember Mars 21. Yep.
Yeah, $25 at the door. Girls had to wait on a line,
Mm-hmm.
and that line was long. You know?
I love not paying.
Yeah.
That just recently started a couple of years.
Yeah, facts. You know, but yeah. So okay. So how did you transition from entertainment to real estate? Like, who put you on to real estate?
So what I did was I was doing so well in the party world that I bought my first house.
Mm-hmm. Off of parties.
Nice.
Nice.
So I'll never forget it. I think I was like 26, 27,
Mm-hmm.
and the realtor, I think he was from the Middle East.
Wait. Let's step back a little. Because you're 20, how old?
26.
26. Okay, you're 26, you're throwing parties. Now, an average 26-year-old that's making this much money isn't thinking about real estate.
Right.
Right? They're thinking about buying expensive cars, expensive watches.
I can tell you why.
Uh-huh.
And I'm very honest. I lived with my mother.
Okay.
So I had a room upstairs,
Mhm.
and my mother always told me, if you're gonna live out on your own, you might as well buy. Don't rent. So my mother instilled that for me from little. Like,
From little.
if you're gonna go out on your own, you might as well let it be yours.
Okay.
So I told myself, I had a game plan. I said, listen, if I'm gonna do this my work, and I'm gonna do parties, I'm gonna save up for something that's gonna keep me, maintaining myself, win, lose, or draw.
Yeah.
So I told myself, and I said, listen, I'm gonna get a house. It was me and my brother too. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
Me and my brother, we did it together.
But that's cool.
Right. So
Older brother?
Younger brother.
Younger brother.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So
dope.
he followed. I don't want to say he followed, but he understood. He didn't understand. He didn't understand what we was doing. I just said, listen, I need you to sign here. Sign here. We're gonna get this house, a 2-family. Be quiet. You're gonna be good. He didn't understand it, but he said, all right, I don't know what you're doing. All right, how are we gonna pay the mortgage? I said, don't worry about it. We're gonna pay the mortgage. We're gonna get it done. So, like I said, so me and him was shopping around. We got approved for the loan, and so this guy, he was dressed well, came up in a nice little car, showed us 3 houses, and I picked the 3rd one. And then once we closed, you know, I have all these checks going around the table, and I looked at his check. His check was like, I think $28,000. I said, yo, you only showed us 3 houses. It only took us probably took us 2 days, and you walked away with $28,000. I said, all right, cool. I ain't selling bottles no more. I want to sell houses. So I kept doing parties for a little bit, but I started learning the real estate game. Started learning that. And I got
From this guy?
No.
Oh.
I just started Googling online and just started looking up people, and I was looking at $1 million listings, and then I went to go take my real estate license. Failed it 4 times.
Oh, you failed it 4 times?
Failed it 4 times.
I appreciate your transparency, bro.
I'm
a lot of people don't get it, man.
I don't care, man. And that's about a mindset, right? If you really want something, you know, I have a friend that failed it like 6 times.
Yeah.
But you know, just kept at it. I said, listen, I want this. I need this. This is something that's going to take me to the next level. And I passed it. And then I just started shopping around at different brokerage firms.
Okay.
And I ended up at Douglas Elliman.
Okay.
Douglas Elliman is like one of the top firms in New York City. So I told myself, if I'm going to be in the brokerage, if I'm going to be in real estate, I'm going to be at one of the top firms. That's what I told myself. I said, it's like, why not? If you're gonna be in it, you're gonna go play, be with the winners.
Yeah.
Right.
Go hard or go home.
Exactly. So I knew a friend that knew somebody at Douglas Elliman, because they don't take part-timers. Because I remember this time I was still working for the city.
Got it.
So then they shut me down, because they was like, why do we need you if you're working part-time? We need full-timers, and this is a high-level brokerage firm. So what could you bring to the table that that anybody else could bring? And I told him, I said, listen, I do event planning, I'm great at social media marketing, and I speak Spanish, the second known language in the United States. And they said, scratched their head, they said, okay, we'll give you a shot. And I sold myself. So I got into the door, and I was working in Harlem. That's when Harlem was booming. And I think like my first 4 months was rough, but after that 5th month, I sold a condo. It wasn't that bad. It was like $900,000. And then ever since then, I was like, I gotta take this, and I just full throttle.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
So that first 4 months, right? How was that for you, man?
It was rough.
Yeah.
It was rough because it was a new business. It was something I wasn't used to. You know, like parties. You build up for the party. You know, you market it, you promote it. You know, depending on how many days, how many months you have, you're not getting paid for those months. You're still partying. I mean, you're still marketing, you're still promoting, you're still coming out your pocket to buy flyers, you're still coming out your pocket to put up posters. It's the same thing like the real estate game, but just more on a mental. You gotta be more knowledgeable. You gotta learn the products, understand the product, learn customer habits, customer mindset. Just
about the community.
About the community, you know.
So it's not only when you sell real estate. This is what I want to tell the agents out there. Like when you sell real estate, you can't just sell the real estate. You have to sell the neighborhood. You know, because when that person buys that house, and around the corner is something crazy going on, and you didn't let them know. Now they stuck. Now they're gonna put the house on the listing again, and then
well, technically you're not really supposed to. You can't tell them like, listen, this place is ghetto. You can't say, yo.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say that.
Right.
But you could, you either can tell them like, look, in this neighborhood, this is what happens. Like, you could give them stats, which is like
Stats.
public information. You can share that with them.
Right,
you can also share restaurants, where to eat, the schools. You know what I'm saying? Like you can give them information, enough information where they could make a decision
on them. Right.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
you can't steer them.
No, you can't steer them. But you can say, hey, look, all right, cool. I'll show you these 3 houses, but not even but. Here's the school districts. These are the top 5 schools in this school district. These are the nice places to eat. What kind of food do you like? Boom, 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 boom. You know? And so now they're like, oh, you know what? Thank you. Because because maybe they like Thai and there's a lot of Thai restaurants. And then all of a sudden, now they bought the house because there's a lot of Thai restaurants. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because of the influence. Yeah, because of the influence of the neighborhood. You're right.
Yeah. Like I love Spanish food, right? But I live in Canarsie. There's no Spanish restaurants in Canarsie. Like, you know what I mean? And I have to drive outside of. I have to drive like 20 minutes away. You know, and that was one question that I never asked. Like, yo, is there any Spanish restaurants around here?
you open up a Spanish restaurant.
I've been trying to get my partners to do it, man, with me. You know, so we'll see. We have there's 2 of them in Bed-Stuy. Okay. You know, but all right. So, as an entrepreneur, right? Like, is there anybody that inspired you besides you said your mom, but besides your mom that like you look up to as far as real estate is concerned, or?
There's this. I liked Frederick from Douglas Elliman. He was at $1 Million Listings.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of cool cat to look up to because he made it fun. You know, you
met him?
I met him twice.
Okay.
Because he was in my firm.
Okay.
But he was a really cool guy. I just like the way he made real estate fun.
Mm-hmm.
Because real estate could be really it could be really tough when you're not making no sales a couple months and you run around with clients, even rentals. So just the way he conducted his business. Ryan Serhant was a good not mentor, but somebody that I used to watch on TV as well that I looked up to as well. But let me see, anybody else I looked up to? Well, my friend's cousin, her name is Beverly. Mm-hmm. She was an older broker. She worked at Douglas Elliman as well. I actually was working with her when I was at Douglas Elliman in Harlem. Got it. She was actually my mentor. She showed me the ropes. She was an animal, man, when it came to real estate. Animal, man, and nobody didn't know. She was just She was a one-man army, and she closed it. Her commissions was about at least $2-3 million a year.
Wow.
And nobody would even know. Nobody would know because she's that type of person. She's from Jamaica. Just hustler. Wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even see it. Can't even tell. But
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
She was from Jamaica.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Every year.
Every time I see her stats in the GCI, the gross commission incomes, I'll be like, she don't even. You wouldn't even know.
That's what's up, man. Yo, but you know what? But that's how you gotta move.
Yeah. Because she just said, like, you do every deal like it's your last deal. So, like, if you close a deal, it's like, you don't know when that, you gotta keep going. You just can't even look at it. You close that deal, on to the next. Like, don't even look at it. And she kept that mentality, like, I didn't care. She didn't care.
That's deep.
Yeah. You're only good as your last deal.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Because I was in banking.
Right.
And that was something Rob used to teach me, too. Like, you have to treat it like, all right, cool. You close this deal.
Yeah, you celebrate for like 2 minutes.
Move on to the next.
That's
man.
it. She was deadly with
learned from her.
Deadly with it. So like you'll close 2-3 deals and then she's like, okay, cool. Let's get that 4th one. All right, cool. Let's get that 5th one. And
what else did she teach you? Because that's one thing, but did she teach you anything else, or someone else teach you?
What?
Yeah, mindset. Because it's all, to me, I think this game is all about the way your mind is. You know what I mean? Like, because so did you end up eventually going full time?
Yeah, After
like, how long did it take you?
It took me about, I'll be honest with you, about 3 years to go full time.
3 years.
3 years, because you have to build I always tell people, if you're transitioning from part time to full time, and you have a job, you need at least 2 or 3 years of assets of money in the bank to save you for those, for your income. For your bills, for your debt. So I always tell people, man, at least save up at least a year or 2, just to keep you above float, man, because you don't want to jump off. And there are people that do jump off, and but if you're not that type of person, You know, if you're not built like that,
No.
you know,
It's tough.
It's tough.
Yeah, I love what you just said. Most people say 6 months. You know, you said 2 years. You
Yeah,
know?
I mean, because
Listen, I love that because it's true. But that honesty is real.
I'm very honest,
I
man.
think 2 years is a good number.
Yeah.
You know, because you're going sometimes as a full-time entrepreneur, people think you don't have a job, so they make you start doing. You get comfortable.
Yeah,
You're
the first couple months it's like you go into this little. Let me just relax. Like if you're not working, you go in this little chill mode, and it's like, you know, all right, let me wait. I'll wait for the deals to come, or let me, you know, I'll wait for the phone to ring. But then when that money starts, when you start coming out your pocket and that bank account looking low, then you're like, oh man, I gotta make a couple more calls. You start like, all right, it start chasing.
Yeah.
You know, you get to I got into a complete chill mode one time, like a just a calm state of just like, you know, just I guess just like flowing, just not doing anything. Because I felt, I stopped having a I got comfortable.
You got comfortable.
But then when that, you know, bank started looking low, and I'm like, no.
That trap is, bro, let me tell you, every day I come into the office, every day. You know what I'm saying? I go into the office every day. Most of the time I'm the first one in, last one out, every day. I don't care how much money I make. Like, I need to, because I put myself in I have that discipline where it's like, I don't want to get comfortable because I've seen it. You know, I've seen it with myself.
You seen it.
You felt it. I felt it. Oh yeah.
How did it feel?
Man, it's crazy. It feels good at the time.
That's what I said, right?
It feels good at the time. Like, I remember one summer, me and my boy Randall, we made like $95K, right? In 1 month.
Wow.
And we were just like, yeah, we taking the whole summer off. So, mind you, we didn't spend $95,000 in 1 month or 2 months.
Right.
But it was just like, even getting back to work in September, it was hard. You know what I mean? Like, that whole mindset of going back to the grind is like, and then we were chasing that $95K a month again, and it wasn't coming. You know what I'm saying? So
you gotta keep the pedal.
But we had to, you know, because it's one thing to do $95,000 in mortgages, or in real estate. It's another thing to do in your mortgages, because the way, I'll tell you something that you don't know, but the way I used to get my clients, a lot of mortgage, you deal with a lot of mortgage bankers, right?
Yeah.
So they call you and they're like, hey, Curtis, do you have any deals for me? You need me to qualify somebody for you? You're like, you know?
Right.
And you're like, no, man, I don't have nobody right now. Like, leave me alone. But they keep bothering you.
Right.
What I would do was something different, right? And I'm going to spill some tea on here. Hopefully this helps some of the mortgage guys out there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you. Well, so this is what it was, right? This is years ago. I used to go after a different group of people, right? That I know serviced. You had no choice, lawyers. You had no choice but to deal. If you were getting divorced, you had to deal with a divorce. Most people who get divorced own homes on Long Island, right? I lived in Long Island,
right?
So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go after the divorce attorneys. Then, if I know I'm going after divorce attorneys in Garden City, right? Now I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna drive around Garden City, and I'm gonna see who has the most poles in the front yards for sale. If I keep seeing Curtis's name, I'm gonna call Curtis. Not now. I'm gonna call Curtis when the attorney gives me a deal. Like, oh, I have a client. So there's only 2 choices. So the choices are: 1, you buy your partner out, refinance, so I get the loan. 2, you have to sell it.
Yeah.
Now that's where Curtis comes in.
That's a big deal.
Exactly.
Right.
So when I'm like, all right, cool, let me see if I can refinance you and see if I could, you know, help you buy your partner out. The person's like, oh man, I can't qualify, or I see they don't qualify. I'm like, oh, guess what? I have a guy that can help you, and he's like one of the top agents and brokers in this neighborhood.
Oh wow. Okay.
In Garden City. So now I call you. Right. Hey Curtis, I might have a possible listing for you
to sell. Right.
See what I'm saying? So now I'm not asking you, I'm giving you.
Yeah.
And this is what people in sales need to understand.
You gotta give something to
You gotta give something, man.
Yeah, you have to.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you have to. Because a lot of times people are always, especially in sales, you know, everyone thinks it's so funny when I meet people like, oh, I'm not in sales. You're in sales. Like, you're selling something. It's either you're, I remember someone told me this, a millionaire told me this years ago in the Hamptons. He said, there's only two types of people in this world. There's givers and takers, right? If you're a giver, you're going to make all the money. And those givers are the people selling, right? The buyers are the takers. And most of the time, the buyers only take. They only buy. Right. So because they're always buying, they don't ever receive, they don't ever sell anything. Yeah. So they're always gonna be the broke ones. So he was like, you have to be a giver and you have to be sales, right? So you always have to be giving to people, you always have to be giving to the world and just building. You see what I'm saying? And you always have to be the one selling. Don't be the buyer.
Right. No, and it makes sense.
You
and
know
that's why me giving back, I started doing the real estate events.
Yeah, I love it, man. And that's how I met you. I met you through a mixer. They asked me to come speak 2 years ago about branding and I just saw, and it was interesting that night, right? I was walking. And I love the fact that you didn't put my name on the flyer, right? Like of the speaker, so people didn't know. So I was walking around, and I was like giving handshakes, introducing to people, and because I wasn't in real estate, you know, I was giving out my ACA business card.
Right, the brand.
And everybody was just like, oh, he don't have no money, or thought I didn't. Right. And so, you know, he can't do nothing. I can't do nothing. So they were just passing over me. I'm like, oh, okay. And then when you guys introduced me, all right, cool, man, Dr. G Alert, we'd love to bring you up.
Yeah.
Everybody's jaws dropped.
Yeah.
And it was interesting. There was one girl that I literally, before you called me up, I was talking to her. And I gave her my card. Right. She exchanged cards with me. And when I killed it on that stage, as soon as I came off, she was the first person to come up to me. Yeah. And she was like, oh my God, can I get your card?
Hey, I just gave you a card.
And I was like, yo, I just met you. I literally just met you. She was like, no, I didn't meet you. I never met you before. Yeah. I said, yo, I swear. I said, look, I even saw where you put it. Go in your pocketbook right there. It's in that black pocket, that Chanel pocketbook right there. She was like, oh my God. Yeah. She pulled out, her friend was laughing because she was like, yo, you did just meet him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but that's sometimes that sales world, it's like, you're not looking at you're not looking to build, and I'm telling that story because it's like, you have to build relationships. Yeah. And I think that's what you've learned how to do.
That's what I learned with real estate. It's all about relationships. I tell this to people all the time. It's all about relationships. If you're a person that know how to build relationships, you could and learn the product, like learn what you're selling.
Yeah, learn what you're
selling and build relationships. You'll make money.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't think it's just real estate. I think it's everything.
It's everything.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you don't know how to build relationships with people, like genuine relationships, like, you're not gonna do well. You see what I'm saying? Because people could smell it. They could see it. Like, if you're just out for a check,
yeah, you
know what I'm saying? Like, then you're never gonna get the check.
And that's why I was telling people, like, party promoters, they're actually they could transition to any sales they want to. Because you know why? Because think about it. Party promoters focus on one thing that's so important to everybody's lives: birthday.
Facts.
So, as a promoter, like, remember, your job is to make the party good, make the party amazing, but we focus on birthdays. So if you know everybody's birthdays in your contact list, and every single day you're calling people for their birthday, happy birthday, how you doing? You know how important people feel on their birthday when you get a call from somebody, and they say they wish you happy birthday, and you wish them happy birthday, that transcends. So I took that. That's one of my little secrets.
Yeah.
I took that into the real estate game. So any landlords that I know, any landlords I met, any brokers, any agents, any buyers, I have everybody's birthday in my phone. And that's my job, is to reach out to you, and for birthday, anniversary, your brother's birthday, kid's birthday, I'm on it. And that helps me with deals all day long. Never forget.
I love that, man.
And a lot of people don't take the time to do that.
True.
Though.
It's so true. It's so true.
How many calls you get on your birthday?
A lot.
How you feel?
I feel great.
Right.
I get, I'm still going through the text messages, man. Like,
but what about
calls too?
Right,
yeah,
right.
calls
so the
too.
calls. I mean, text message is cool, but if you get that call, somebody take the time out.
I get calls, I get videos, I get I get all types of DMs, everything.
And that stands out to you.
And
when
it
that
stands
person,
out to me, yeah.
Exactly.
When I get a video, a text, you know, like if I get a what is it, HBD, you know, just the initials. You didn't even take the time to write happy birthday.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just gave me 3 initials. I'm like, whack.
Yeah, I sent out postcards.
Like,
yeah, I sent out postcards to all my landlords. I sent out postcards to all my buyers and sellers.
You guys hear this?
And I sign it.
You guys hear
I
this?
I write it myself, and I mail it out.
Yo, bro, we are brothers, man. Listen to this. Every year, I send out thank you cards to handwritten. Handwritten. I've been doing this for 18 years. Ever since I've started real estate and banking and entrepreneur. Like, 18 years I've been doing it. I started off with 30 people, right? And now I have hundreds, you know what I'm saying? But every year I send out a gratitude card and with a business card. I used to send it with I wish I had it with me, $1 million. When you come to my office, I'll show it to you. It's $1 million bill, and it says, thanks. It's $1 million bill on one side, and on the other side, it's a picture of me, and it said, thanks $1 million for all your referrals in business and real estate. I used to send us every year. And when I left the mortgage business, I stopped sending it. Mm-hmm. People started calling me up. Yo, Gene, you owe me $5 million. Gene, you owe me $6 million. Like, because they knew I gave them $6 million in bills. $1 million a year for 6 years. You know, so they used to be like,
They remember.
You know, how important do you think branding yourself and sticking out? Because there's a lot of agents, man. And so
important.
How important do you think it is?
It's vital to your business, especially with social media now. It's free. I mean, it's on your phone. It's very vital to your business. That has to be a part of your business, branding. It's no, like you cannot even put that on the back burner. You have to put that. It's like sales brand. It's like sales 101. Brand yourself. Because if you have to stand out one way or the other. And that's why that's another reason why I do the mixes. Because at the end of the day, you know, if I'm doing these real estate events, I'm doing that talking, I'm doing that shaking, you know, I'm standing out. And I'm going to keep it. You know, that's why I don't charge for it. Yeah. I just keep it free.
Keep it free. Yeah, it makes sense. It's dope because you get a lot of different people.
You never know who walk into the door. Yeah. I make a deal. I make a couple deals here or there off the mixer. That's just one avenue of my business.
Yeah, but you know what? It's the relationships too, because your name keeps circulating.
I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you guys a story, right? So, I think last year, a young lady came to my mixer, right? You wouldn't even think she had money. So she came to the mixer because she was transitioning from leaving her mom's house, an apartment in the projects, and she wanted to buy an apartment. I mean, she wanted to rent an apartment, right? I think she's 27 years old. So she came in there. She said, you know, I heard about the mixer. I wanted, you know, I heard some good things about the mixer. I heard that you could help me. My friend said you could help me. I said, cool, no problem. What you looking for? I'm looking for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. 10-foot ceilings. 10-foot ceilings. Gym. Washer and dryer in the building. Downtown Brooklyn. City views. What else she wanted? 24-hour doorman and mail service. And I said, so I was doing the calculations. I already know. I said, that's about $4,500. You know that, right? Yeah, I know. I said, what do you do? She runs an e-commerce business online, and she makes about $1.2 million a year. She came to my mixer, and but what happened was she didn't have income. She didn't have pay stubs.
Yeah, of course not.
She didn't have pay stubs.
Yeah, but it's ways.
So I know all the luxury buildings in downtown Brooklyn, like next to City Point, the Ashland. Those are all luxury buildings. Yes. So I know a girl that helps, like, you know, celebrities that don't have that income coming in, but, you know, at least have credit to get in. So they ran her credit. She had good credit, and she got the apartment, and she was crying. And ever since then, we became friends. Like, she thanked me for that. Like, ever since then, she was like, Curtis, if it wasn't for you, I would never be in my apartment now.
Yeah.
You know, at the Avalon. It's the Avalon building.
Yeah, yeah.
She's on the 54th floor.
Woof.
So guess what she said? She's like, Curtis, I'm buying my condo in 2 years. You know?
Who am I coming to?
Who am I coming to?
Exactly.
Her condo gonna be like $6 million. That's me right there.
Yeah, exactly.
My relationship. So it's like, you know, and that's giving back.
Yeah.
At the mixer. I don't charge for it. It's just a give back, and that came back.
But here's if you guys listen to the story, there was a couple little tidbits, right? Besides the networking part, there was 2 relationships in there that you built. You built a relationship with the person that works at the building,
Right.
and then you built a relationship with the girl.
Yep.
Right. So if you didn't have a good reputation, if you didn't have integrity, right?
Right.
Because the girl only did that hookup or relationship because she knew that you have credibility, that you're not gonna bring somebody that's some Joe Small that's not gonna, you know, that's gonna make her look bad. Because when that person comes in, right, if that person doesn't pay rent or doesn't pay their bills, that she's gonna get fired. Yeah. You won't have a relationship, so it's a spiral.
Exactly.
So everyone needs to understand too that, you know,
your word is everything.
Your word is everything. And you have to be consistent. And you have to, when when they say reputation's everything, reputation's everything. You know what I'm saying? And I love that story because it shows you how your rep was
on it.
She
was on it.
Yeah.
She was on it. She jumped on it.
I love that.
Because because there's a lot of people out here that make money but don't have that the pay stubs and stuff like that. And there's people out there that will look out for you as well. You have to know who's who. And I knew, dealing with certain people in the luxury real estate industry help me with that.
Now let's talk about social media, right? So I'm not a realtor, right? But I have a lot of real estate clients, right?
Okay.
And so we always, during our consulting sessions, we always talk about, when we talk about brand, they're like, Gene, you talk about brand, but you also say, don't only post your successes, right? You have to post the realness, right? Because you have to post a loss. Like, you can't just be like, I'm going to a listing appointment today, and then you never post, I didn't get it.
Get the listing right.
Like, most people just be like, I'm going to this listing, I'm going to see this new house, and that's all they show, right? Like, as a realtor, how do you feel when you see certain people putting out posts every day about wins, and say they're not winning? And do you think that's hurting their business? Do you think that's affecting them in a negative way? Because think about this, right? You ever seen? It's like we were talking about this, right, Taylor? How the pretty girl is so pretty. She so dolled up. She looks like she got everything. So all the guys don't go to her because they like, you know what? I'm not dealing with this. Like, because you're not gonna deal with me. But meanwhile, she was getting dolled up for you.
Right. So it kind of bounced off.
It bounced off.
Right.
Now, if you look like you're too successful and you're looking like you're too non-approachable because it just looks like you're dealing with $1 million homes, so you can't rent me an apartment in Bed-Stuy for $2,000. You see what I'm saying? Because you're doing $6 million homes. So you're not gonna list my little $500,000 house at $800,000, but you would have took it.
Right.
But because you're only showing $6 million listing appointments, right? And these $6 million houses, apartments, right? A person that's wanting to do business with you don't. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think of those?
It all depends on what you're trying to attract. So if you're trying to attract $1 million listings, you gotta be honest with yourself. That's what it boils down to. Just gotta be honest with yourself. If you're that type of person that, listen, I want all the business, then you gotta put up what you think is gonna attract. If you're a person like, listen, I just want to do $1 million listings, then you're gonna attract that. I say, it all depends on what you want to get out of social media.
Yeah.
Some girls, like you said, they wanna attract a certain guy, and they portray themselves a certain way, right? And they mess out on probably good guys because of what they attract.
Facts.
So it all depends on what you're trying to attract. But I don't think it's a bad thing because it's all about your perception too. Because people look at you remember, social media, it could be a good and evil, because if you put up losses, then they're like, I thought he was really good. I don't want it, because people take pride in their homes as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if they see somebody putting up, these X amount of apartments and doing very well, but then they see the other guy, not doing so well. People take pride of what they have. So they're like, you know what? I want to give it to somebody that has confidence.
Yeah.
It's a mind.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
It's like clothes, right? We all want to wear the finest clothes, but if you saw the designer walking on the designer that actually made this clothes, with a tear up pants and jeans, and then like, nah, yeah, thanks for wearing my clothes. You're gonna be like, these are your clothes? You're gonna make you think twice, like, why am I wearing this?
But that's how a lot of our cousins are. You know what I mean?
But
like they're multi-millionaires and they walk around with flip flops and ripped up jeans.
Yeah.
And we're rocking their stuff. You know what I mean? So I've seen it.
It's a mindset.
But it is. Like, for example, right? And here's my point, right? Because we know what success looks like, right? Mm-hmm. What I'm talking about is like this fake it till you make it thing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you own a home. Right. You're married. You have kids. Like, kid or kid? Kid, yeah. Boy or girl?
Girl.
Oh, girl, I have a boy. So we're family people, right? So we can't fake that we're married. We can't fake that we own homes. Like, we can't fake that because that's our life.
Yeah.
So we post it like this is our life. But there's some people that don't have that.
Yeah.
And it's not the marriage part. It's the house thing. It's
right.
the ownership, right? And you're faking it. And what happens is, I think that when an owner really comes and says, okay, so let's talk about, because I own $1 million property, and I keep seeing your Instagram, and you're showing $1 million, like, these listings, but you never listed anything. You never actually sold anything.
Oh wow!
But you're posting that you
sold,
like, not even sold.
That
you just keep showing these $1 million homes, and then now I pull your card and I start asking you questions. I actually call you,
right?
And then I think that's gonna hurt your credibility, because when you actually get, and then so now, what does that happen? What happens after that? Because once that credibility is gone from me, an actual millionaire, when someone else calls and says, yo, you know about so and so? I was thinking about calling. Yeah, don't call that guy. He's not real.
He's
not real. He's just doing that for social media.
Yeah.
So I think it'll hurt.
Hurts, yeah.
It'll hurt. If you're posting and you actually close,
right,
it's something different.
People do that?
Yes, people do that, man. Yo, bro. Let me tell you, I've seen people post things, and I get off the phone with them, and I'm like, I'll get on the phone with them like, yo, congratulations, man. I see that you know, because I know a lot of these people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, and I'm trying to educate them. Okay. You know, because I'm like, yo, stop doing that.
Yeah, you gotta be true to yourself.
You see what I'm saying? Because you're hurting yourself. It's like that person that's telling themselves like, oh, I'm gonna keep showing myself something, but you're not just showing yourself. You're showing other people. You're showing the world. You're putting this facade to the world, and it's actually gonna be depressing, because when you see Curtis showing a picture at a closing table,
right?
You know what I mean? That's depressing, because you're never at the closing table.
Right.
You're only showing these apartments, but you're never showing pictures of, like, I like when I shoot agents, and those are the ones where I put stunt talk, right? They at the closing, they showing a picture with the actual clients.
The seller, the
buyer.
And
yeah, man. Though that's what I like.
Right.
I like, if you show me that, I'm like, all right, that's the dude that I'm gonna call.
Okay.
Don't show me I'm going to a listing appointment. I don't care about that. Like, I want to know, okay, did you get it? Because if the next video should be, yo, I didn't get it, or I did get it. But you know what? I'm going to keep trying.
No matter
because that is more realistic for me. You see what I'm saying? So, as a person that's in real estate, as far as, like, you know, buying and selling, like, I don't want to see a fake it till you make it type of realtor. I don't want to be the guy that you might get the opportunity on.
Right. So
I want to be with someone who's actually honest
with themselves.
Honest with themselves, because the person who's honest with themselves is going to get more. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Like, I'm not gonna fake it to you. For what? I don't have nothing to prove to you. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and that's what I want these people to understand. And that's this is what this conversation is
Got
about.
you. Okay,
You know what I mean? I just want you to be real with yourself, because when you're real with yourself and you love yourself, who you are and what you build, you'll be able to grow. You see what I'm saying? And that's all I'm saying. You know, and I think that the agents, and I love how you post, because I've been watching you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I see how you do it, and you don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
no, because I mean, at the end of the day, you just gotta be real with yourself, and it's like I show my day to day, and there's times I have open houses, one person shows up, 10 people show up.
Wow.
You know, at closings, I show every part of it. You know, it's not all fun.
Yeah, no, it's not for fun. It's not all fun. It's you have to enjoy part of it, but you know, it's what it is, man. So if you could do this all over again, right? Would you change anything, or would you do anything differently?
I like the way things is going for me. I like it.
Yeah.
I love it.
No.
Maybe. No.
Yeah, same here, man.
No.
Like, I love the process, man. Like, I think that you go through things in life, and if you don't get tested in your life, you won't have a testimony. See what I'm saying? So I think God's plan for you is, and for anyone, is how it's supposed to happen. Like, if you try to map out how your thing is going to be,
right,
it's not going to work. God's laughing at you.
He's laughing.
Because he already had a plan for you. Now, if you're fulfilling your purpose, you see what I'm saying? If you're fulfilling your purpose and you know what your purpose is, things might be a little smoother and it might be more aligned with your plan. You see what I'm saying? But if you're like, yeah, I'm just making money, I just want to make money, and it's not going to work. Because wealth follows you.
Wealth follows you.
Yeah. Wealth comes to you. You see what I'm saying? You can't you can't be like, yo, I'm just going to make a lot of money. You're not going to make a lot of money. It's always going to fail. Like, you ever seen people who just, and that's why they like consider us lucky, because you see people that always just chasing the bag. That's all they want to care
about.
People
say I'm lucky. I don't feel like
I'm not lucky. You're not lucky. We work hard. You see what I'm saying? Like, we work hard. Like you said, you have every contact, all the owners, birthdays. You calling people. That takes time. You're taking time. You're sacrificing time away from your family to have these conversations. Every month you're putting together mixes. You're taking time away from your family. You see what I'm saying? To do this. You see what I'm saying? So, like, sometimes, let's talk about this for a quick second, right? Even with your, having a wife and kids, how do you balance that?
That took me a while to understand. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. It was not easy. I mean, I'm not going to lie, right? Because we're real, right?
It's true.
My marriage took a little toll because of that. Because I was, real estate, mixers, doing the mixers, and just doing events. And doing events. So, I had to step back a little bit and like delegate certain days for my wife and for my kid. Because my daughter plays basketball. So good thing about being an entrepreneur is, I set a time, go to her basketball games, go to her practice. I take her to school every single day in the morning. That's our time.
Nice.
And then with my wife, at least once a week we'll have a date night.
Okay.
But that didn't happen like that. We had to talk about it.
How long you been married?
12, 13 months.
13 months?
Yeah.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Oh, so you newlywed?
Newlywed.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Congratulations.
Thanks.
I was thinking 10 years. I'm going on 10.
Going on 10? Oh,
yeah,
wow, congratulations.
May. Thank you, man. Well, congratulations too, brother. But yo, I gotta get you back on, man. We need a part 2.
Yeah, I know. We ran out of time.
Yeah. Like we need more time. We gotta do this again.
We gotta catch up. I'm looking forward to it. Just let me know.
Yeah. No, we definitely gonna have a part 2. We're gonna set it up with Taylor. So thank you, Curtis, for coming on. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Faith Grind Inspired Podcast. You can find us every week on Faith Grind Inspired, the OG Podcast Network, Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. Yeah, man.
Good, man. Congrats,
YouTube
man.
too. This episode's gonna be on YouTube. Yep. And tell people where they can find you.
So the next mixer, when is this one gonna launch?
Well, talk about the one in
December.
December.
So December 19th is the next mixer, at Gotham Market, downtown Brooklyn. And then you can follow me on Instagram, Curtis Quow, CurtisQuow, Agent Q. Thank you.
Peace.
Thanks.